So, I've never done anything like this type of video before, but we're gonna see how it goes. And it's gonna be a little rant or discussion about For Honor, obviously, and that there is a problem going on in this game. Now, keep in mind, this is heavily my opinion, and I've never done anything like this before, so let me know if this is actually something that you guys like, or not. Just let me know, just be honest. Now, I've played For Honor since the game came out, which back in Season 1, I was part of that little boycott back in the day when there were no dedicated servers, and during then they were fixing stuff pretty well. You got the dedicated servers, hero changes, Shigoki nerf, removing the super armor, but all those things aside, there is a very big problem right now plaguing this game and in the community. Now, the game's fun, and it's a good time to jump in for new players, but the thing is with this game, it's the way the community is and how influenced people are. Because there's the biggest issue in this game right now. Well, you could actually say the three biggest issues right now are the emoting whenever you get bashed trying to pop revenge. Raider is still somewhat an issue for how easy he can access his stunning tap compared to other heroes like Shaolin, JJ, Shigoki, and Lawbringer. Now they have to put in a lot more work. Shigoki headbutt is just shit. It's honestly shit, and the stun's not even worth it. But then you got somebody like Raider who can keep an infinite stun going like a combo if a JJ sits back and Sifu poise. But the biggest issue right now, as you guys can see here on the screen, I got 70 reps in Raider and 33 in Shigoki. Not Raider, excuse me. 70 reps in Warden and 33 in Shigoki. Warden is considered to be one of the best duelists. Some say he's S tier, I'd say he's A tier. He's A tier, but if somebody plays him, makes him look bad, then C tier. Now, the best duelists in the games are Raider and Berserker. That's because of their insane hyper armor ability to trade. Now, the problem with Raider is how easy he can access his stunning tap compared to other heroes, and the insane hyper armor that a Vanguard has. I get Vanguards are supposed to be like in the middle. They are easy to get on, but when a Vanguard's that easy, there's a problem when a good 80% of your player base is going to go play one hero. Then you just got Zerker. Zerker's always been strong ever since the rework, especially on console. And on PC, it's a completely different story. I know that. On terms of PC and console, things appear to be a lot slower on PC. So things get caught more easily and parried more easily. And the biggest issue so far in this game, though, besides the annoying revenge attack bug, which will probably be fixed in this upcoming title update, is the rolling away. Now, they did fix it somewhat for the rolling away, where you're able to catch them, but most of the cast here has a very, very hard time catching these rolls. And it's the playstyle the community's gotten to. And me playing Warden and Shigoki, I see it from the best end and from the worst end. Now, people roll away from Shigoki because Goki can't do anything about it. That's the thing, Goki can't do shit. And that's a problem. But then you got people that won't roll away from Raider and Warden because the stunning taps and the valiant breakthroughs can catch them. But now that's the big issue here. A lot of the cast doesn't have stuff that can catch these rolls. And that's a very big issue right now with how people are playing. Now, if say a brand new player comes in and we all know how wonderful the matchmaking is in this game. Say a rep 10 gets put into a lobby with a rep 150, 200, and all those higher reps. They say rep doesn't mean a thing, but to a new player, rep means a lot. And now if a new player, like you guys saw earlier today, what happened to me in my video happened, they would delete the game right then and there. And because that's the problem, though. That's the main problem, is the way this community's playing. I don't know who did this, who said it in their YouTube video. It's annoying the community's doing this. And there are these people that they purposely do it to get people salty. And that's what people do on YouTube. That's what it's come to for Honor. For Honor is sadly known as being one of the most toxic communities out there when it comes down to it, because everybody takes losing a fight so personally. But back to the main issue of rolling. These characters in the cast, this is mainly a problem with Shigoki. Shigoki can't do anything at all whenever you get revenge. And there's just everything wrong with Goki. Yeah, Goki's somewhat fun to play, but the thing is with Goki, his moveset is limited here. Let's go into his moveset right here. Now, you only have 2 moves here. You can do your Demon's Embrace. But the problem is the Demon's Embrace has such a high recovery time that it's not even worth it. And the fact that they lower the damage of it makes it less worth it as well. It's just simply not worth going for the hug. And a lot of people play this game solo, and teammates will always interrupt the hug, but that's just random teammates. Now, the headbutt here is another issue. When you are using this headbutt as Shigoki, you are putting yourself at one of the biggest disadvantages in the game. Because it is screaming, hit me. That is what it's screaming. And the headbutt doesn't even last long enough for you to capitalize off of anything. Even when I'm fighting other Gokis, I know what they're going to do. They're either going to do a heavy, a light, or a hug. It just doesn't last that long. It's one of the shortest stuns in the game, to my knowledge. If I'm wrong about that, somebody correct me. And then we have Demon Ball, which is the baseball bat. People call it the baseball bat, where you send them flying. The problem is with this. The Demon Ball does 25 damage, and with an attack boost, it can go up to 30, I believe. Now, your hug does 20 damage. Was originally 25, but they nerfed it. With an attack boost, I think it affects the hug, and it can be brought up to about 27, I think. The problem is here that the baseball bat is more deadly than the hug. Now, 9 times out of 10, you're playing either Dominion or Breach or 1v1. And most of the time, there's not going to be environmentals nearby to work. So that there is already a disadvantage for you. And then you got Charge of the Oni, which is useless. It's absolutely useless. You literally only use this to try and ledge, but it's so damn obvious anyone can get out of the way. And most of the times it ends up screwing over your teammates. Crashing Thunder is Goki's version of a quote-unquote Valiant Breakthrough. But here's the thing. Goki actually has to sprint. So by the time you sprint and throw that Crashing Thunder, the person who rolled away can turn right back around, parry, deflect, or crush and counter you. that there is already a problem. And that already limits it as well. Now we got Bone Crusher and Bash and Smash. You are meant to trade as Shigoki. Shigoki was the OG trader of the game back in the day. Shigoki could one-shot anyone at crit health and could one-shot Shinobis with the revenge stat all the way maxed out on your gear stats. But here's the problem. Goki gets bullied more now than he ever does. And it's because his moveset is very limited. And it's because of people rolling away. That's the biggest problem in this game, is rolling away. 9 times out of 10, when you try to catch the roll, you will just bounce right off. It's hard enough to catch them, as it is. They designed it like that on purpose. But the fact that it's so inconsistent, it's not even worth it. And Shigoki also has another problem here. And these are his feats. This is the ideal Goki that you will see. You'll either swap out Regenerate for Staggering Blow, you'll keep Hard to Kill and Rock Steady, and Speed Revive. Iron Lungs is useless on Shigoki, and the Throw Father messes up your punish. Smoke Bomb is alright, it's cheesy as fuck, but everybody just backs away out of the Smoke Bomb. And Juggernaut is good. It's mainly good for breach or just those quick things of high damage. But here's the thing though. I've been running Juggernaut so Goki can actually do his job, and that's trade. And that's another problem. Goki is having to rely on his feats to even stand a chance. Now, if a Goki is smart, he will also run the longbow to catch people rolling, but that has a very long cooldown. Most of these feats are useless. Punch Through is useless. Back in the day, it used to be powerful. Now you got Hard to Kill, which is for anti-gate Goki, but you sacrifice the longbow, which is almost a must as well. Goki's gonna need a whole feat rework. And add another move to him as well. I say give him a 3-hit combo move. Like R1, R2, 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 R1, R2. Something along those lines. And lower the recovery on Demon's Embrace. And it's like Freeze's latest video. The headbutt's useless for Goki. If you see a Goki using headbutt, he's an idiot. The only times I use the headbutt is when I know they won't dodge. Or just to fuck with them. What I'm proposing is Goki has a whole feat rework. Goki's stamina is already very damn low. People would say give him Tireless, or maybe just rework Iron Lung. Make it to where he doesn't lose stamina as fast, like how the old Tireless used to be. And then Throw Farther needs to be changed. Another way that could be changed is have it affect the baseball bat. Make the baseball bat throw them farther. Now, for these feats here, Rock Steady is not that required once you play the game a lot. It's a nice little safety net, but you don't really need it. Juggernaut's alright, but it's on a cooldown. Some say Goki just shouldn't be able to be knocked over in general, or one way to make Rock Steady more viable now is to make it to where people like Raider and Yorm can't actually knock you down. It says here, you cannot be unbalanced. That also includes being knocked on the ground. And Raider's Stampede Charge is technically considered a throw. Now, I know for Rocksteady, it'll stop a Yorm from knocking you over with a guard break, but it won't stop his gut punch. People will say, oh, it makes Yorm useless, but here's the thing. To my knowledge, only 2 characters in the whole game have Rocksteady, and that is Goki and Musha. So make it to where they can't be knocked over. Make the feat actually do its job. Now, the third feat's here. I would say just, with the way punch through is right now in this game, get rid of it. Absolutely get rid of it. It is useless. It's one of the worst feats in the game. Replace it with something else. What I've always talked to with my friends is give Goki's third tier feat Nuxia's slowdown feat, where it applies a slowdown to an opponent, one singular opponent, to where they can't roll away or sprint away. That's why Nuxia had that, to stop people from rolling. Now for hard to kill's fine. That's fine where it is. There needs to be nothing changed with hard to kill, or with the bow. The bow's fine. Just get rid of punch through and give Goki his a new feat to stop people from rolling away, like Nuxia's slowdown feat, because that'll make him an actual threat. Now the fourth feats are a toss-up here. Regenerate's actually really damn good for Breach, but most people play Dominion and they stay on the point anyway. Aerostorm, I don't get why a heavy has Aerostorm. I can see a Vanguard having Aerostorm because they're meant to be on minions. Now, some could even say give Goki Protective Revive back in one of his feats, like how he used to. But Aerostorm is going to need a replacement because Aerostorm is so damn obvious. You get plenty of time to get away from it. Most of the time it ends up doing more harm to you or your teammates than good. And the baseball bat here, the knockdown baseball bat, it's good if you can parry. Because if you get a heavy parry, you can throw your zone, they're on the ground, and then you get the charge top heavy. That's good. So my request for Goki, or at least what I think they should do, rework his feats and give him more moves. And he needs, I know people don't like hyper armor, he needs more. They say, oh, just trade with your lights. You gotta think, most of the lights in the game now do more than Goki. And if you're trading a light with somebody throwing a heavy, you're doing something wrong. Goki's hug needs to be adjusted. Now, I would say bump it back up to the 25, because that there it's actually a full bar. It's not even a full bar anymore. Now, the baseball bat, 30 damage is fine, but Goki needs more stuff to do off guard break, besides just fling somebody. He's gonna need more hyper armor to compete. The original trader of the game can't even do his job when you got characters like Hito and Raider that can do their job, that can do his job like 5 times as better. And Goki's gonna need more off of a parry punish. 30 damage for a heavy. It's pitiful. It's about as pitiful as PK. But PK's damage comes from her bleed, and that's what it's supposed to do. She's supposed to be the one bleeding you. She has one of the strongest guard breaks in the game because of the bleed. But now on to the final issue, and that's the rolling away. And it's the way the community plays the game. Now, obviously, since this is my opinion, people are going to get tilted. I think they should just outright remove rolling from this game. There's no point, in my opinion, in having it anymore in For Honor. There's no point. Some people say, oh, it's to stop you from being jumped on. That's your own fault for getting stuck there. You can also just simply dodge out of the way. Now, what would replace the old rolling would be somewhat of an advanced dodge. You dodge once, and then you can press a button again to dodge back just a teeny tiny bit more. Or they can do it like this. Whenever you're locked onto someone with the L2 button here on console, make it to where you cannot roll while locked on. And whenever you unlock, make it to where there's a window to where you can't roll. Maybe a second or two. Not that long. To where you can't roll away. Because that's the biggest issue right now with this game is everybody rolls away from mix-ups. And that's the thing. It's not fun at all. People even did to me as a warden and I was able to catch them. But just barely. Now then you got somebody, Goki, who can't do anything at all. He can't do anything. That's plain and simple, and if you chase after them, it's a death wish. And the thing is with Goki, you're there. You are literally there. Excuse me. To take a beating. And that's it. And on top of that, his charged heavy. Yes, it's 50-50. But that 50-50 doesn't matter when they can roll away, something any character can do. And Shigoki's lights need to be faster. Shigoki's lights are so slow that you can roll away from them. I have had other Gokis roll away from me with my lights. And that is a major problem with this game, rolling away. That's been a problem since the game came out. But it's more prevalent now than ever. Because back when I played back in the day during Season 1, and I took a break between Season 2, and then I came back around the Apollyon event. Between Season 1 and 3, to my knowledge, rolling was an issue, but not to this extent here. And you goddamn reps 300s, 400s, 500s, even a 700 rolling away from you from a mix-up in a fighting game. What's the point of having mix-ups in a fighting game when you can roll away and ignore all of it, and if that person tries to chase you, they are the one punished for it? When in reality, it should be the person running away that gets punished. It's a fighting game, not a sprinting game, or a rolling game, or a parkour game. You want to play games like that, go play Dying Light, Mirror's Edge, or Assassin's Creed. Now there is the big elephant in the room, and that is Raider. And the title update's coming out in 6 days, I believe. It's either 6 days or over a week. Now, that what people don't realize is that title update is gonna be big. There is a lot of pressure on Ubisoft right now because the game is in a good and a bad state, but so much bad is happening that it's outweighing the good. Ubi's done a lot for the community, like the glowing eyes effect meme and so forth. Such as nerfing Zerker's damage. Zerker still needs a nerf with how strong he is. You got someone like Lawbringer who can't take a dagger to the chest, but you got somebody in a tunic that can take a whole Dane axe, poleaxe and a guando or a saber to the chest and still be fine. But that title update and this year per se is gonna be do or die or for honor. And everybody in this community is wondering what's gonna go on, because we don't know what they're gonna do after this season. Season of Vanguards would be nice, but knowing Ubisoft and people like Assassins because of fast attacks, and let's be honest, they don't really listen to console players because PC is where the market is, according to Ubisoft. I can see where they're coming from on that, but the majority of the world plays on console. But that is all I have for this rant, but one last thing before I go. The rolling away problem does need to be fixed, and we as a community can fix it. It can be fixed by people just simply not rolling away. But it's so ingrained into people psychologically that they do it on instinct. And it's gonna take action from Ubisoft in order to fix it. But it's like with anything regarding Ubisoft and For Honor updates, it's normally a very long time until we get what we want. Now I know this has been a long one, and it's my first time doing this. So if you guys did like this, let me know. Or if you guys think there are areas I need to improve in, let me know. I'm open to criticism. Just don't be a dick about it. There's a difference between criticism and just being a dick. And if there are other games you guys want me to play, let me know. I do live streams of the hardest difficulties on my channel. Are there any other multiplayer games like Warframe? Just let me know, and I'll try to find time to do it. So I appreciate you guys for sticking around this long. If you do end up sticking around this long to the end of this, I appreciate y'all sticking around, and I hope to see y'all in the next one. And let me know if y'all actually like this. And that's all I got. Your fellow Shugo main on the road to Rep 70. Nearly there. Nearly there. I'll see all y'all in the next one.